Alright, hey guys, so today I'll be playing a little bit of a game called Warframe. This is a free-to-play sci-fi MMO action RPG. Honestly, I don't know if I would call it an MMO. It's very similar to the likes of Destiny. I guess Destiny's an MMO. But in this game, you basically join up with up to 4 players and you go through various missions, various strikes. I think that's what they call them in Destiny, but there's different planets and there's all sorts of cool things you can do. This game is completely free to play, which is pretty awesome considering the combat is actually quite nice. It's like a mix between range and melee. Like if I go up here, I can use my abilities, kill these guys real quick. A little like katana and just hack and slash. Bam. Alright, let's go back. I think I have to go to the objective, which is across the map. There's all sorts of interesting movement mechanics as well. Like I can just like fly through the air and shoot like that in like slow motion. You can also like slide on the ground. You can do a roll. I think there's some other things you can do, but I'm not entirely sure. Mainly I just like using the katana. I also have, I think they're called kunai. These little throwing shuriken things, throwing knives. They don't do a whole lot of damage, especially not against these guys. Alright, slash to him. It's such a fast-paced, just hack and slash. And, I don't know, it's just really enjoyable.
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the
so far, from my experience, the game really isn't that challenging though. But there is different, there's different types of missions, and some missions are like wave based, and you can actually choose to like wait and fight harder enemies later on. Alright, so it seems like there might be multiple objectives. Not really sure what's going on over there. I'll just let my teammates do that.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts.
Alright, so now we have 2 excavators and we have to defend both of them. I'll stay at this one. Some people say this game is like a pay-to-win type game, where you have to pay real money if you want to get far. But at the beginning, at least the first few hours, it doesn't seem to be like any pay-to-win at all. It just seems to be some good fun. Kind of reminds me a lot of Mass Effect Andromeda, but as you guys may know, Mass Effect Andromeda kind of sucked. I think Mass Effect Andromeda tried to mimic what this game is, but they sort of failed. This would be a great game to play with friends, for sure. Might be 3 points we have to protect. Oh wait, this one's done. Why am I still here? Let's go to B. Alright. You can also like slide on the ground, and sometimes you do different things like spin around. You can also like jump in the air and do a slice. Alright, there's some thing like giving them shields. Break that. There we go. Bam. Pretty awesome. Let's open this up, get some loot. As you play through the missions, you collect a bunch of like crafting materials, and you find these blueprints where you can make like new weapons. Kind of takes a while to make new stuff though. I'm still using like the starting weapons. And what the heck just happened here? It's weird. I think we might almost be done here. Oh, there's another excavator.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
So this mission, we're just protecting 3 excavators while hordes of enemies are coming. Most missions are very similar to this. It does get a little repetitive after a while. You're either protecting points and fighting off like waves of enemies, or you're doing like little objectives. Like some missions you have to like break someone out of like a prison cell, but they're all very similar. But each planet you visit, there's like a solar system, which I'll show you after the mission. Each planet you visit, there's a different like setting. And I believe they've added some like open world elements as well, which is interesting. Okay, let me jump up in the air and just destroy them. so many enemies here. It's ridiculous. It's just crazy. Alright, gotta jump. Nope. Jump down. I do have another ability that's good for like AoE, but I used up all my like energy, so I can't use it. I need to get out of here before I die. Actually, I'm gonna die soon. I'm not sure where my teammates are at. Like, I thought we were supposed to be protecting these. Oh, there's another excavator. Okay. Alright, let me just go back and deal with these guys.
An artifact has been located.
I don't know why they're like running away from me. But I'll show you here in a second. Let me wait for them to get up. Like, if I go over here, I can do this. And I'm not sure what it does. It like stuns them for a little while. And then I can like execute them all. Counts as like stealth executions if they don't notice you. So it's kind of a cool ability, especially when there's a lot of enemies all in the same area. I prefer doing this though. It kills them pretty much in one hit. Alright, so that's done. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. I think my teammates are on the other side. It does show something over here, so I'm gonna just fly over here and see if I can't activate this. Yep. Alright, there's another excavator.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
I might be a little low level for this mission. I'm not entirely sure.
The scanner has picked up a target.
This was like a special mission that popped up for only a certain amount of time. And apparently we're on Venus. You start out on Earth and then you make your way to Venus. Kind of cool in that aspect. I mean, the game reminds me a lot of Mass Effect for sure, but the combat is just a lot more enjoyable. I can also like pull out my blade and block enemy bullets with it. Kind of cool. Let me use my range attacks. Trying to pull out my gun. There we go. If you're into like first-person shooters, or third-person shooters I should say, the gunplay is not too bad, as you can tell. There's different types of weapons as well. There's like shotguns, snipers, and other things. I just have an assault rifle. God, look at all those enemies over there. Okay, guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here and then execute them all.
The excavator has run out of power. Find a cell.
Alright, the excavator's ran out of power, apparently. Oh, I gotta go back this way. Holy crap. There's so many enemies, I'm just gonna run past them. There's just way too many enemies, and I just fell off the map. Ah! I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die, I need to get out of here. Like, my health is so low right now. Alright, that's better. My health is really, really low. Probably shouldn't be fighting all those guys by myself. Alright.
Extraction is available if you choose.
Alright, so we basically completed the mission. I just called down another excavator. So I guess I'll go to the...
Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
I'll go to the extraction point and finish the mission. Like, look at... Holy crap, there's so many enemies. Just destroying all these robots. Damn. Definitely earning like a lot of experience on this mission. I have never played a mission that had this many enemies all at once. A little ridiculous. Okay, I think my teammates might be waiting for me. They seem to all be over here. Yeah, everyone's just waiting for me.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
Wait, where am I supposed to go? I'm so confused. Am I supposed to go in here? Oh, there. Okay. Wait, how do I... Man, I feel like such a noob. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. I guess... Where are they? It doesn't even show me like an indicator of where I'm supposed to be going. There we go. This way. I love how you can just roll in midair. There's like a sprint mechanic, but rolling and sliding on the ground is faster. Alright, there we go. Here's my allies. They have some cool armors, and that guy has a pet. Alright, the mission should end. And you level up each one of your weapons, and you can add these little mod cards to them to give them like increased damage, increased ammo, increased armor, etc. And that's the main like mechanics of the game. You don't really like level up yourself. You level up like your weapons individually. So I'm gonna go back to the spaceship and just show you some of the like crafting elements of the game, which is kind of cool. Alright, so this is my little spaceship, and as you can see, we're like over Venus right now. There's this solar map, and apparently there's a ton of content if you can go to each one of these worlds, because every world has like probably like 15-20 missions. As you can see here, each one of these little things is a different like mission that you can play. And then over here is where I started. I didn't do everything, but there's just like a lot of different areas to go to. There's also some open world areas. I haven't been there yet, but there's a lot of interesting things to explore in various hub worlds and all sorts of cool stuff, and huge solar system. So going back, I'm just going to show you really quickly the main like mechanic of the game is that you do these strike missions and you earn little mod cards, and I'll just show you over here. Like here are the mods, and there's a bunch of these little cards. It's kind of like a card game, and you can actually like transmute them or sell them or dissolve them. And then you go over here and you attach them to your weapons, and as you level up your weapons, you get more points, more capacity points, and it allows you to put more cards onto your weapons. And as you can see, like here I have like 10% damage, 10% electricity, 20% critical chance, 15% ammo, and 10% puncture. So you can combine different things to create like a unique build, I suppose. And this is like my main suit. There's all sorts of different things like health, shield, toxic resistance, radiation resistance, enemy radar. So as you play through the game, you unlock all sorts of cool stuff, and you get new abilities. And there's different classes. I think there's like 3 different classes that have their own unique like play styles. I'm playing as the Excalibur class, mainly uses the sword and melee attacks. There's also this like foundry area where you can actually create new things, new stuff. Furious delivers high damage output in a short time frame thanks to its high rate of fire. I can actually make this. It looks like I have one blueprint and I have everything that I need to make this one. So I might actually make that one now. It looks like I can build a lot of different stuff. I'm not even sure what this stuff protects its owner with shield restoration, equipped with blah blah blah. It says I'll just whatever, I'll make it. It's gonna take 24 hours to make that. Wow, that's a long time. So I guess I'll have to wait a day, and we'll come back and see what this new thing is. But yeah, that's just a quick look at Warframe. You can play with your friends, of course. I would highly suggest playing with at least 1 to 2 friends. I think it would make the game a little bit more enjoyable. The first like hour or two of the game has a pretty good storyline, and it's actually super enjoyable. But after that, it does get a little bit grindy, a little bit repetitive. So keep that in mind. But if you're a fan of like Mass Effect, or if you're a fan of Destiny, you might really end up enjoying this. It's free to play, so you might as well try it out and see what you think. The graphics are great. The gameplay is pretty fun. It's very fast-paced, hack and slash style. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.